lost in a sea of illusion, feeling so alone, lost on a wave of confusion. Where do you turn? Flow with the tide of completion. Know the reason why. Drink in the waters of healing. Inside of us, we've got a friend. We remember the design of our lives. We remember the desire in our hearts. And we feel love, and we feel love.
Namaste, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome here live to the Pyramid of Peace. I am Master Lady Kira Ra, right here in the heart of the world in Ecuador, welcoming you here now.
Beloved ones, welcome to your divine appointment. We are delighted to be sharing the Pyramid of Peace, the energy of the Lion's Gate, together with you. I am Wisdom Teacher Sri Ram Ka, and welcome to your divine appointment.
You know, we are so grateful you are here. And if this is your first time connecting with Sri and Kira, if this is your first time connecting with anything self-ascension, welcome. We are grateful you are here. And, you know, Sri, why don't you tell them a little bit about this Pyramid of Peace? You know, because here we are on this 8-8 moment. Our beautiful lion is here. This lion was hand carved by Senior Tigre, one of our beautiful Kenyati elders from the area here. And we are ready to be with you this evening from this Pyramid of Peace. And if you hear those noises, those are the birds. We have this incredible amount of birds that were here with us when we walked in today.
So, beloved ones, what you're staring at right now is we're just in front of the central altar of the pyramid.
And you know what, while he's explaining it, I'm going to give you a little tour with the camera.
All right. So the central altar of the pyramid is itself another pyramid. It is 20% of the total height of the Grand Pyramid. So as you can see the camera scrolling up, there's the top of the altar pyramid with the glass pyramid crystal on the very top. And then of course the entire pyramid itself goes up 22 meters, 72 feet tall, which sets up an amazing resonance of energy that is radiating at 620 on David Hawkins' scale, which is the peace that passeth all understanding.
Now, I want you to just breathe that in for 1 second, right? The peace that passeth all understanding. And right before we got on this evening, we had a fascinating tech moment, and we had some people here to introduce you to when we opened, and I want to bring them in really quickly right now. Some of you that have been watching the videos may already know This is the beautiful Carolina and Amin, and our camera's actually up there. I'm noticing we're all watching.
Yeah,
And so
look up.
we wanted to say hello and,
Hi.
and welcome, and they're going to be here with us this evening, co-creating, as are you. And so we just wanted to say hello and welcome you both. Thank you
Welcome to
both
the
for being
community.
here. We
Yeah.
will look forward to being with you more in a little bit. All right. So as we are here in the Pyramid of Peace, can you help me, Shri?
Yeah.
Thanks. If
There
you
you
would
go.
please, thank you. So if we could just hold our hands on our heart, and in the energy of 8-8, in the energy of this moment of divine remembrance, I want to bring us to Egypt, and I want to bring us to Secment. And we have a slide to show you of Secment. And I want to show you this slide right now because this photograph was taken right after we had just done a huge ceremony. And the reason we're starting with Secmet today is, as you know, we are in the middle of this moment of August. We are in the middle of 6 points that are illuminating a Merkaba. And tonight you're going to be illuminating the Merkaba of your own face. Tonight we're going to be going deeper with the integration. And we are right now in the energy of this Secmet. And if you look at the radiant beam of light, the illumination that is coming right out of the top, this photograph was taken in a series of photographs. There was no reason for this other than the revelation of it is the moment of divine alignment and enlightenment for the all. And really breathing that in, going back to our live experience now, we're going to bring our hands to our heart. There we are. And just breathe in, Shri.
So, beloved ones, as we center together in this energy that is brought forward by the Lion's Gate, the incredible empowerment energy, let us pause for a moment to breathe and be present to the gift that is before us, that is embracing us. Hand on hearts. Bringing your attention to Ave on the inhale. Ave. And Sa on the exhale. We're going to do that 2 more times.
Let's do
Ave
that.
means I recognize the divine. Recognizing the divine, we inhale. Sa. Releasing all resistance.
Yeah.
You got it. 1 more time. Here we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Ave.
Sa. Thank you, Shri. And as we dive into that Ave Sa breath, we want to take a moment and talk about, how did we wind up here? How did humanity wind up at this moment right now? And so we started this in 2019, and we actually have a graphic here starting with 2019 to show you. And in 2019, we began all of this. And as you can see, in 2019, we were having this information brought to us. We were in the year of divine awareness. It was the last time that we were in any form of linear time. Now, this is really important to understand because it brings us to the ignition of the 8-8 Lion's Gate that happened when we got to 2020. And if you look at 2020, we are in a moment where we first went from linear time into this, what I call the lasso. You see that dragonfly in 2020? From January to August, we were absolutely in what felt like a linear experience. But you see what happened in August 2020? When that 8-8 Lion's Gate roared, when the divine feminine came forward, as we have been moving forward, we had to jump. Humanity had to jump, and you had to jump into that circle that you see there, and you can see the code in the bottom right there that we were talking about, the awakening to self-ascension. You had to jump into the truth of you, jump into the energy of a new world, jump into the understanding of everything that was coming forward to arrive at September, which would anchor the first pillar. Perfect balance. That year, when you look at it, September, October, November, and December were the 4 bells of perfect balance. Our hands rose, our hearts brought humanity forward into 2021, when concentric dimensionality burst again, when we went into spiral time. And you can see what happened there. Suddenly, everything got different. Everything looked a little different in 2021. Things started shifting that we never thought were going to happen before. We were inside at the top of the Ascension escalator that began in 2015. We were preparing for an experience of 2022 that we had no idea what was coming. And in that year, when that 8-8 Lions Gate rang, it again made the alarm. It called out and said, open your eye. The way of being is shifting. The unification is upon you. What are we doing collectively? How is humanity moving forward? And that brought us to 2022. Look at 2022 just in comparison to 2019. They're not even close.
Completely different
right?
envelopment.
2022 was when we evolved, when consciousness rose enough into the blessing of I am as you are. And we arose into the sea of neutrality. And in that sea of neutrality, we birthed the pyramid. We birthed where we are right now. We birthed the open eye pyramid, that 2023, where the sands are governing this year. And in this year, right now, in this 8-8 moment, we are at an illuminated choice point for all of humanity. And this illumination, this choice point that we are at, is something that we have been building to for a while. It is our moment to break free of the victim consciousness. And we have a slide for that as well. And we want to share that with you right now. And it's the one that says conscious choice, that one right there. And so as you're gazing at this, are you ready? Ask yourself, am I ready to make a conscious choice? Because conscious choice means you're no longer the victim. You get to command your life. It's your decision. Look at it there. It's a really red pill, blue pill. Forget it, guys. But forgive us for that anomaly, but for that analogy. But that's where we're at. Do you want to continue in the eternal loop of victim, abuser, rescuer, victim, abuser, rescuer? It's always going to be somebody else's fault. It's always going to be another relationship that looks exactly the same, that will always end up the same way. It will always be another set of circumstances that will derail. Why? Because of the addiction to the victim, abuser, rescuer cycle. But right now, humanity has the moment to transcend. The victim becomes the teacher, the abuser becomes the mentor, the rescuer becomes the healer. When we can stand together as the mentor, teacher, healer, then we are able to remember, to be in the glorious moment of I am as you are.
I am as you are.
Breathing that in, bring your hands together. And I'm going to turn to the side while Shri stands facing you, just so you can see what I'm doing. I'm bringing my hands together and at heart level, right? We're right here because we want to activate that sea of neutrality. I am here. Grabs the wrists. You see that? It's an energy circuit. I am here. It's an energy circuit. Let's do that one more time. I'm going to stand a little bit behind you. I'll stand by our cool lion here, right? Okay. I am here. Right at that heart center. You feel the circuit? What you're doing is opening up and sustaining the field of neutrality. Woo! Did you see that? We have so many amazing flying things here today. I am here. And in that, as we are getting ready to come into our ceremony, we are going to be offering you 4 activations in perfect balance before the 4 of us in the perfect balance of the masculine and feminine will step into the center of the pyramid this evening. And this is the first one. Notice your heart in this moment. Conscious choice. Conscious choice. Humanity, this planet, your situation, you are either a victim who is addicted to being victim, rescuer, abuser, always looking for a rescuer, always looking for an abuser, always justifying, or, and that's the fear-based reality, right? Or we are in that trust-based knowing, the embodiment of our divine mastery presence as self-ascended mastery in form, in the ever-present experience of the teacher, healer, mentor. Your life is the service. And tonight, in this moment, here from the center of the world, in the first of what we know is going to be the miracle of 12 pyramids of peace around this planet, we come together in the harmonic frequency of love, in balance, A-Lion-Ment, and ready to serve. Breathe that in. And we have lots more to share, but I want to jump in and say, Shri, you know, I know over there at YouTube, we're not over there with you guys, but we know over there at YouTube, there is just a ton of chatter going on. And just know how much we love you and how grateful we are. And if you're not chatting over at YouTube yet, I hope that you're jumping in somewhere.
Absolutely.
If you're not at YouTube and you're catching this live at social media, please make sure that you're saying hello to everyone, because the Yoga of Self-Ascension is the opportunity for you to know that you are amazing, to know that everything in your life conspired to bring you right here, right now. That this moment, this 8/8/2023 moment is an ignition, a renaissance, a birth, a remembrance, and a celebration. And our beautiful Merlin is here saying, yes, yes, if you hear all that beautiful meowing with all the birds up there, it is an ark, is it not? Where all of the animals are gathering and cohabitating as we are here now. This is our little feral cat, Merlin, who came to us when we were here at Toasted Blue Mountain, what, 1 week?
Yeah.
1 week, so he's
been with us
7
the
years
last
old
7
now.
years. And he is our representative here for the Lion's Gate in form, saying, I don't care what size my body is, my energy is big.
It is big. And so breathing in as we move forward to move into even more of the beautiful preparations for this evening, I want to take you into another slide. And let me share with you, I don't have my glasses. There we are. I want you to one that goes, says intelligence, consciousness. That's it right there. So as we are in this moment of choice, as we are in this moment of saying, okay, tonight, 8/8, tonight as humanity comes together, the choice is before us all, intelligence or consciousness. And I want you to really breathe that in. Intelligence or consciousness, because this is also another fear trust choice. Intelligence follows the fear model because it's rationalizing constantly, and it's coming from a model of protecting itself at all costs. Consciousness comes from the cycle of awareness, experience, and choice through conscious command.
It's important to recognize that while society seems to have a lot of adoration for intelligence, intelligence is actually serving the brain of density. Intelligence is using its facility to make density more attractive. Consciousness is the energy of your illumination that is expanded through awareness, experience, and choice. We continue to grow in wisdom. We grow in our capacity to love and to be present. Awareness, experience, and choice.
Our capacity to love and be present. Let us remember that each one of us, all of you that have said yes, all of you that are here this evening, whether you're catching us live, whether you're catching us in the rebroadcast, you made a conscious choice.
Yes.
And in this moment, the 8/8 encoded into this video, that whenever you would connect with us, you are in this energy, in this pyramid, in this moment of co-creation right now. We invite you to breathe in a little deeper and go a little further. Let's show you another slide. And so breathing in, bringing your hand to your heart, I want to bring you into star consciousness. And as you're gazing at this, understand, as it's saying right here, that your star mastery activation is the moment where you, as the lineage holder, know it's that undeniable moment. If you've read our book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home, it's that undeniable moment. For me, it was of terror and joy simultaneously. It's that moment of knowing it's your time and knowing everything is going to change. And knowing, as wonderful and exciting as that is, there's stuff that you're really saying goodbye to that you're like, I don't know if I was ready to say goodbye to that. But the universe is knowing that you are. It's the trust of it's in front of you because you're ready. And as you're gazing here, what you're gazing at, if you see that star over there in the corner, what you're gazing at is you in your 0-point active field. You are the 0-point activator of the law of instantaneous manifestation. sustaining the torus field of steadfast commitment, focused awareness, and complete trust. And through that, this framework of support from the universe keeps you moving and uplifting and constantly arising. I am here. I am here. So what is star consciousness? We're going to activate it right now as the second point. And Shri and I are going to move over a little bit. We're just going to go a little step this way. And we're going to invite our beautiful Carolina and Amin to come on over here. And the four of us are going to demonstrate. Shri and I are going to stare at each other. And we're going to invite them to stare and gaze at each other as well. Make sure the camera sees you. There we are.
Perfect.
So, and our beautiful birds are really having fun up here, if you hear all of that. So, star consciousness, if you see where my Moldavite eye is, I'm going to step a little farther. It's about here. So here is your third eye. And when we breathe up into our star consciousness, you're going to feel it. It's a breathe. So bring your hand right here. And I would suggest activating first. So take that thumb and middle finger, touch, release, touch, release, touch, release. Feel the energy, touch, release, touch, release. We're going to use that middle finger. And I want you to take middle finger of either hand. Go ahead, bring it to your third eye. Tap, 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 tap. And then your other finger, you're feeling it already. Feel it. Boom. Breathing. And you'll feel this active presence. Now, when you first open your star consciousness, it is not uncommon within 24 hours to feel some head symptoms. Oftentimes people might feel headachy or like, wow, you know what's going on here. You're activating. Remember that your third eye is an extraordinary gift and a blessing. However, the third eye itself has its own limited potentiality based upon the framework of the brain and how it is interacting with the third eye. By opening up your star consciousness, you free the limitations, the self-imposed limitations of the brain and form, to be able to receive direct cosmic conscious connection. Hence the star practice, which is where we get to greet each other star to star. This is why you often see His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. This is star. The greatest darshan ever is just to be beaming and radiating from the star and receiving. So now that you've identified your star, you might even feel a little, those of you that are at the home viewing parties right now, I know there's home viewing parties all around the world. Thank you. We love you. I heard about drumming circles as well. If you're in a viewing party right now, pair up if you can. Find your star consciousness. And now that you have it, let's bring those hands to prayer position and face our partners. And we're going to have those hands at prayer position at heart level. And you see how I've got my thumbs right here. You want your thumbs to actually touch the heart, so that you're making a connection. Again, it's all about the ascended heart. There we are. And we're facing each other. And let's close our eyes. So in this moment, and if you don't have a partner, it's okay. You can use a mirror. You can gaze at the screen. But closing our eyes in this moment, relaxing into a deep Ave Sa breath, breathing in Ave, exhaling Sa. And really relaxing and thanking the universe for the blessing of the one before you. Knowing that before you is a being of infinite presence, a being that is meant to be right before you right now. And that every being carries this gift. And knowing that in this moment you are being offered the exquisite invitation to sincerely meet this being, to greet them star to star. And we're going to take in a nice nourishing breath, and on the exhale you're going to open your eyes and gaze at the star of this being. Greet each other star to star. Breathing in, exhaling, opening your eyes.
Feeling that portal from the center of your head, enveloping and greeting each other in that neutral soul recognition with a smile.
And if appropriate, a hug, always a gift. And if you are at home, we are hugging you as well. And we thank you, beautiful ones, for this gift. We'll give you a hug too, because hugs are always the gift. There we are. They are always the gift. Thank you, my angels. We're going to be calling you back in just a moment. So now that your star consciousness is ignited, notice what you're feeling, notice what you're noticing. And sincerely, you can do this in the mirror, you can do this on your own, but when you're out and about, you can activate your star consciousness now that you know where it is. And you always want to try to get those meridian energies flowing, a little bit of that first. But you can activate it just by tapping. And once you become acclimated to the activation, take this into your meditations. I am here in my star consciousness, ready for interdimensional experience. And let's show you another slide, because that's what we're building for this afternoon. And so we're going to go right to where it says concentric dimensionality. Right there. Yep. So this is, again, the 2021 concentric dimensionality that opened. Now we're bringing you back here because what you can see is that what happened in 2021 is that when this spiral time ignition came in, when concentric dimensionality literally collided with this potentiality, with this time zone, all of this happening inside of this ignited discus of Vishnu that came up in 2020 at the 8-8 Lion's Gate, we actually return to our normal state. Now you might say, wow, what does that mean? And how does that factor in right now? This moment of the 8-8 is about you. It is about your conscious choice. It is about the conscious choice that we are making individually and collectively. It is about the freedom that awaits us all beyond the boundaries of our mind of perception. And it is about the celebration of the markers we left along the way and our ability to pick them up. Hence, we opened with Secment and everything that happened in Egypt. And we pray that you have been with us for all of the initiations that have come through that we have been offering during our Monday Mastery. And everything Sri and I are talking about, we encourage you to go investigate SriandKira.com often and really take a deep dive into what's waiting there. Because in this moment right now, I'm going to go ahead, let's put up a slide. I want to introduce you to someone that some of you may or may not know. And let's go to Cosmic Father Mother. Right there it says Cosmic Father Mother. All right. What you are gazing at right now is a slide that was made by a gentleman by the name of Walter Russell, WR. You're actually looking at chalkboards. Now, I want you to consider that many of us, Sri and I included, all the ensoulments that came in the early 2000s, many of us came in ahead of our time to literally leave behind, to precede information into this potentiality should this moment arise. Walter Russell was one of them. And what you are gazing at right now, and if you read down at the bottom, he has a little bit about what he's writing about here, but where I want you to really pay attention is the middle slide. Because what he's talking about is what has refracted. If you've read our book, 2012 Atlantean Revelations, we talk all about this, how all the refractions came in. And that middle slide is showing you the way that our male-female energies come together. And when we hit that balance point, we are able to exist in concentric experiences, thereby, if you look at the slide on the bottom, embodying all of the potentialities. And so in this recognition, in this knowing, in this moment, we are here to activate that experience. Let me take you a step further on that. Let's go to another slide. And I'm going to share, I have to read them to let you know which one. It's the one that says Concentric Balance. It was right under, that's it. So when you look at this, I superimpose this on the concentric dimensionality that is inside the discus of Vishnu that opened up in this field of potentiality on 8/8/2020 to show you where we are right now today. This is where we are right now. What you are staring at right now is the intersection, this very moment, whenever you look at this, as we have folded in the quantum time field, it will always be this energy of receptivity whenever you connect with this video. You are in this moment standing in the center of perfect balance. The positive and the negative have met each other. The exhale and the inhale have come together. The axis of gravity is in the heart and the center. And in this world of density, in this world of what Shri and I are giggling about and calling the contingency plan potentiality. We were called to be standing here literally at the equator. Literally where Walter Russell left the code and said you will be standing at the equator. And in this moment right now, you are being called to remember that it is all one. That those aren't just words. That isn't just something to think about or rationalize or mentalize. Remember, intellectualization or consciousness, right? And so I want to show you one more slide. And this is another one from the beautiful Walter Russell himself. It's the one right there that says, oh goodness gracious, I think this one says Mother, Father. Go all the way, keep going. One more, that one, try that one. That's it. All right, we did it. So this is Walter Russell himself. Now here's what's so beautiful, that Walter did this not only showing us the male, female, the creation itself, but look at the balance of the colors, the balance of the radiations. Look at the balance as we apply it to the chakras. Look at the energy coils. Look at creation itself. This was planted into this potentiality all those years ago for this moment right now, to remember that within us all are all the attributes, are all the energies, and that for us all to be in balance, it is to remember the cosmic presence of our own Merkaba. So breathe it in. I want you to breathe that in. And we're going to go to the next initiation. And so the next initiation begins when we look at the unified field creation right there. All right. What you're gazing at right here is a Walter Russell combination with the Yoga of Self-Ascension. This, basically the two moments coming together. So you see what he's showing here. He's showing the equator, that equator of balance within the self. And he's showing how we have the way that we think and are knowing, that balance comes through the knowing. Balance is the ignition. Look at the way we see the crown ignition. We are only able to ignite when we release fear. You cannot simultaneously be in fear and trust, no matter what delusion you tell yourself. It's one or the other. And so what you're gazing at here is the Merkaba of the face, as was gifted to us through the ascended realms. And we want to activate that for you right now. So as you are gazing at this, let's go ahead and we're going to invite our beautiful couple back in as well. And we can all kind of scooch. There we are. So Shri, would you like to guide us through the Merkaba?
Sure.
Okay. So remember, guys, that the Merkaba of the face is unique for everyone. And we strongly suggest, and you have 4 of us here, and each one of us will have our own unique Merkaba. And I strongly suggest get a good old-fashioned, dry erase marker, stand in front of your mirror in your bathroom, and draw your Merkaba. Look at your unique geometry, because as the Ascended Realms have said, each of us is born with the sacred geometry that's literally as plain as our face. Mm-hmm. So Shri, guide us through it.
Absolutely.
We're each going to help you find yours.
And so before we begin the actual process, I want to remind you that the purpose of a spiritual practice is to help restore yourself into your center. And this practice will do that as well. So let us begin. The Merkaba of the face is indeed unique to you. The first Merkaba, the point is a downward facing triangle. The point is right at the throat chakra.
You see that little U in the right there, that's the bottom.
And it goes right up to the eyes, which is the flat surface.
On the side of the mouth, and then there's your angle.
And then it goes down. So I want you to just kind of work with that, visualize that. It's a downward facing triangle, a pyramid. The base is at the eyes, and it goes down by the side of the mouth, and the point is right at your 5th chakra.
So just feel that, just kind of outline it. And remember, there's your angle. Your angle is the mouth, right? Right there, that's how you get your angle, because everybody's angle is unique.
Very good. So you've got a sense of that. Now, the upward facing triangle, the upward facing pyramid, the base is at the mouth, and it goes by the side of the eyes and comes to a point up here by the hairline.
All the way up. And this is the outer side. So mouth, out, up by the eyes to here. So just really feel that, right? There it is. You got that?
So take a moment, because for those of you that this is new, it takes a little practice. Maybe close your eyes and visualize the downward facing triangle and the upward facing triangle. and that they are interlocked in the form of the sacred Merkaba, the vehicle of travel.
And so if you're with others right now and you're able to be 2 and 2, I'm going to ask you two to face each other again. As you've identified your Merkaba, Shri and I are going to face each other as well and identify, actually no, Shri and I will look at you, we'll show you, they can look at each other, that way you can have the benefit of looking at each other as you activate. So now that you're feeling your Merkaba of the face, remember it's unique to you, what this will do is activate all that upper energy with that star consciousness, because that star consciousness is what? It's part of that Merkaba, it's part of that upper triangle. So Shri, if you would, guide us through the activation.
Okay. So now that you have a sense of those points, we're going to take the fingertips once again. These are powerful meridians. Begin tapping your thumb and third finger to
Tap,
build
release.
the energy. Tapping and releasing, tapping and releasing. Build the energy. Now in a moment, we're going to take those third fingers and put one hand at the tip of the downward facing and one hand at the tip of the upward facing. And we'll take a breath and spin the Merkabas by moving our hands outward. Now,
And it doesn't matter which hand you put where.
You're not doing that yet. I'm just giving you the instructions so your brain goes,
Good
okay,
practice.
I
Good
can track
practice,
this now.
right? Good practice. Let's build that
Okay.
energy. And remember, it doesn't matter which finger goes at which point.
All right, we're building the energy. One middle finger is going to go to the bottom facing pyramid at the throat. The other one's going to go at the hairline. We're going to take a breath and we're going to pull and spin. Here we go. And
Breathe.
feel.
And gaze if you're with another. And activate. Hands are always good in prayer position with those thumbs on the heart. Gazing at that star consciousness. And relaxing into the unified field. Relaxing into the unified field. Relaxing into the unified field. Notice the unified field and notice the energy of these spinning Merkabas as you breathe in. Inhale up into your Merkaba and expand it. Make it a little larger now. Bring it up. Expand it. Hands to heart. Let that smile come to your face. And invite yourself to once again relax. And now relax those hands. Relax into the smile of your divine presence. Because in this moment, we're going to move into our ceremony. And we're going to invite you, the four of us are going to be moving into the center of the pyramid. And as we do, you may want to be settling in. If you have a candle, you may want to enjoy lighting it. You may want to just stop the chat and just, kind of hang with this moment and this presence. Because in this moment, we are stepping into the center of the pyramid as four in the energy of the cross of perfect balance to illuminate the 8-8 unified field of humanity as the amplification that will take us to the September 22nd equinox, when the anchor of this choice will be our future. What are we choosing? That's what we're bringing into the sacred circle, and we invite you to be there with us right now as well. Let's bring our hands to our heart, and we're going to enter the circle. So as we are entering the circle, we are doing so because we have, each take a direction. Please each take a direction. Whichever direction that you want to go in. Let's please each take this. Right, just to start is fine.
There we go.
And the reason we're each taking a direction, and Shri will share with you which direction is which, is so that we can hold this. I'm going to stand this way so we can see everybody. And as we take these directions together, as we come here with you right now, we ask you in this moment to simply relax, to simply be. And Shri, would you call us forward?
Absolutely. Bring your attention to the east. The east is this direction. Let's all face east. And we take a moment and honor the energy of the east, raising your right hand to greet the rising sun, the land of new beginnings. The energy of emergence arises in the east. and teaches us the cycles of that wisdom. And we say thank you to the energy of the East. Aho.
Aho.
Turning to the South. Raising our right hand to greet the South. Recognizing the energy of the long days, the energy of the abundant harvest, the energy of there is ample time for the work and my passion. I ask these energies to be with us now, and we accept the wisdom and the teachings of the energy of the South, saying thank you.
Thank you.
Aho.
Aho.
Turning clockwise, we now face the West. And in the land of the West, the land of the setting sun, raise your hand and greet the wisdom that is brought forward through this cycle. Learning when it is time to rest, when it is time to cease activity and move into the quietude of restoration. And we acknowledge the learnings, the lessons of this cycle, of this energy of the West, and we say, be with us now. Thank you. Aho.
Aho.
Taking a breath, we turn to the north. Land of the winters, land of the white hairs, abuelos, the grandfathers and the grandmothers, the wisdom keepers, the deepest dark of the night, where what emerges is the new wisdom for the time ahead. We invite this energy to be with us now, and we say thank you. Aho. And now we turn to the center. And we raise our hands and face the earth, offering our gratitude to Pachamama, to Mother Gaia, to the stability that provides the table upon which the meal is set, the meal of our lives, the stability of our earth walk. And we say to Pachamama, thank you. We acknowledge you, we respect you, and we invite you to be with us always. Aho. Lifting our hands up to the sky, Pachapapa, to the energy of the architect. We bow to the guidance that comes forward in perfect balance, the balance between the mother and the father that finds its center at our hearts. And we acknowledge you, Pachapapa, Grand Architect, and we say thank you for being here with us now. Thank you. Aho. Bringing your hands into prayer position, you take a moment and acknowledge the quiet center, the place of balance, where all of the gifts, all of the medicines, north, east, south, west, above and below, come into an intersection. We breathe in that peaceful intersection now. Thank you for this medicine. Thank you for this wisdom. Aho. So it is.
And so it is. And in this moment, we invite you to connect with these prayer ties, each direction properly tied on this. Because as we are with these prayer ties again, as we first place them here at the June solstice, these will be removed as humanity arrives at the anchor of the choice point of unification on September 22nd as part of the birth of the Renaissance that is the rainforest experience. Breathing in right now the gift of this moment. Breathing in right now your prayer, your knowing. Call forward in this moment a quietude. Shri and I are going to be moving to another location where we will be closing with a message from the Masters. And as we do that, our beloved ones will be offering a message of prayer from the pyramid. Breathing in.
So me and Carolina will be offering you a prayer in the name of this beautiful presence that we have today from this pyramid of light, as we call it, as it is, the pyramid of light. So, starting with hand over our hearts, breathing in all this beautiful energy, all this blessing that we have today, praying in gratefulness to Shri and Kira, first of all, and praying to all humanity, to all of us to enjoy this beauty of this pyramid, this pure energy that is really unique to this place, that Shri and Kira have put work lifetime, maybe more than a lifetime, to create. So praying with all the love for the unification, of the harmony of the energies inside of us, around us, and praying for the energy of love to unite us, just like united me, Shri and Kira, and the love of the ocean. So let's now to Carolina.
Giving thanks to the Great Spirit, to God, to the Creator, to the Great Architect, for all the life, for all the love, for all the abundance that we already have. Praying for all the things that are born in and incarnating this time on this earth. Praying for all the harmony in our hearts and the hearts of all the humanity, of every being in the entire earth. Praying for all the life above and under our feet. Praying for this place, praying for this beautiful and stunning pyramid of peace. Praying for all the peace, dignity, and honor of all the people that is just walking on this earth. Praying for all those that are now on the stars, sharing all the consciousness with us. Praying for all of our hearts, giving thanks every moment, every second, for every breath that we can have inside of our bodies. Apple.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So, beloved ones, we're doing a little camera change here.
Namaste, everyone. We're here, and it's okay if I can't see us because the universe wants us to be here. And you guys are welcome to come out and join us here if you like, but we're going to be doing an installment, so you're going to want to be over here. Welcome. And Shri, that light is going to be a problem. We need to move because my eyes are having a problem.
We'll
You need
have
to
to
come
block it a
closer
little
to
bit.
me. Yeah. How
Let's
about
move
we
over
do
a little
that?
bit. There we go.
Even better.
There
right?
it is.
There we are. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Welcome to our beautiful valley. And right there, that's the beautiful little indigenous village of Wachapala. This is the back of our beautiful Maria that's here, because here at Tosa Blue Mountain, we honor everyone and everything. And in the moment that we are in right now, in the grace that we are in, we would like you to bring a hand to your heart. Because as we were all just in the pyramid together, we are now here, sitting, staring up at this incredible pyramid, feeling you, feeling this unified field, and inviting this moment to be.
So, beloved ones, as we prepare to go deeper into a ceremony, I invite you now to take a deep clearing breath. You remember how we started, Ave, recognizing the divine on the inhale. Sa, releasing all need to control. Breathing in Ave, relaxing. Sa. One more time. Sa. And now lift your left hand up in front of you, palm facing upward. The other hand can remain on your heart. And just feel, sense, imagine, and call forward the feminine energy in your left hand. Feel that feminine energy floating, spinning, coalescing right above the palm of your left hand. Trust whatever you're experiencing. And now bring the right hand out in front of you, palm facing up. And in the right hand, we call forward the energy of the divine masculine, the balancing energy of the masculine. Left hand is the feminine, the right hand is the masculine. And we sense the difference. And we celebrate that we have this polarity available to us. And now is the time for unification. Taking your hands and bringing the palms together, feeling the unified field of the divine feminine and the benevolent masculine coming together and spinning, dancing together, feeling that energy and allow it to expand all around you. Be in the center of that unified field, and all of the spin is outside of that place you call your body. Call that forward now. I am in the equator of perfect balance. Trust and allow yourself to be there now and experience the knowing of the balance. Relaxing your hands and being in the presence of that balanced energy.
Hello, beloved ones of great strength, light, luminescence, and love. In the energy of all that has ever been and the energy of all that is now, this moment has arisen as the co-creative, expansionary presence of the illuminated gift of love incarnate itself. Love incarnate itself is without limitation or definition. Love incarnate itself is beyond all sense of that which would judge or contain. And in this field of potentiality, where the great ones sing often, and the gift of divine presence is seen and not seen, and seen and not seen again and again, the moment of the culmination of this cycle is a conscious co-created experience called forward by the great mastery presence of the all into the potentiality of this moment of one. Are you dancing? Are you singing? Are you weaving with delight the celebratory nature of that which has come forward for all now? Or are you dancing with that which would seek to let you believe that you are incapable of dancing at all? Breathing. Yes, breathing. The gift that it is, the gift that breathing is, the gift that inhales and exhales, is yet but another expression of the illusionary experience of that which is. You are in this moment now to ascend back with full conscious awareness into the expressive nature of your infinite divine mastery presence, integrated fully into this form. This has, and we will repeat, this is a moment, a unique experience in this realm of potentiality. It is a blessing, and it is a great gift that has been coming forward with rapid adaptability into the formed oneness that is ready to claim outside of ego, or what many call the guna presence. The gunas are large in this world, and they exist in 3 realms and 3 ways. And yet in this moment now, you are in the amplified experience of divine oneness. Feel the nature of your own divine experience of beingness now. Gaze into your own nature. Whether your eyes are closed or open is irrelevant, for they are not the eyes of your divine nature. They are merely the eyes that reflect the co-creative nature of all that is before thee, of all that is unfolding with rapid propensity into the divine oneness and love and illuminated presence of all that has ever been. You are now sustaining the infinite field that will hold this body of form for the ability of 120 years of this potentiality, which is the minimum of what this experience of your conscious form has experienced many times before. To be in this realm of potentiality, experiencing 300 years of formed experience is not a rare thing. It is simply been unavailable in the moment that is before you now, until now. All are coming together in the resonant moment of divine unified presence. Male, female, up, down, bad, good, yes, no, black, white. Fold all into the heart. Release that which would judge. And rise again into the creative nature that instantaneously is able to call forward the robust recognition of the harmonic dance, the moment where all are able to sustain abundantly. Fear not, beloved ones, for when you fear, you let go of the trust that is the co-creative capacity and your ignition of the law of instantaneous manifestation, now able to be accessed, witnessed, and beautifully woven in this potentiality because you exist. You are here now because you have been here before. Let go of the illuminated myth that this experience of your divine presence is less evolved than any other. Your conscious evolution in this moment is far outside of any formed experience in this experience of potentiality ever co-created before. And the moment of the balanced point is yours to command and ever present and resonant. Breathe into your heart now. Feel the bellows of eons and eons of energies of this potentiality coming together and then effortlessly lifting so that you may be free to remember, be, incarnate, and create anew, again, and eternally. For in the experience of this moment of now, the all is shifting ever rapidly, and yet it is already shifting. It is a question of what is catching up with what, and the who that is here to know. You are the unified field, you are the sacred union, you are the divine gift, you are the presence. We bow before thee frequently, and we bow before thee always. All are here speaking now, and you are receiving in many realms. We bow before thee all, we love thee all. We are here always. This is just the